Hi everyone, I'm Jeremy Reeves, head blender of Cornell Diehl Pipe Tobacco Company, and today I wanted to talk to all of you about a really cool project we've been working on for a little bit. We've got 4 new blends that will be part of our regular lineup. These are not limited edition in any way, but they're all 4 plugs. If you are a fan of some of our work with darker Virginias in flake, or if you enjoy adding a little bright Virginia to a particular blend and you're using our blending components, if you're a fan of Virginia Periques, and if you like the way that Oriental Virginia and Perique kind of play with one another, I think you'll find a lot to work with in this line. Skyward Gate, starting out as our red Virginia plug. So this is leaf tobacco blended and then compressed and stored under pressure for 14 days. They're very dense. You will need a knife to process these. Next we've got Lone Sentinel, which is the Virginia Perique blend. And like I say, if you're a fan of some of the things that we've done with Virginia over the years, if you're a fan of, say, Red Carpet, or if you're a fan of Poplar Camp, I think this would be a blend that would appeal to you. Again, pressed into a plug. Plugs are interesting, by the way, because Virginias, we understand that they ferment and they age really well and sort of have long legs because of the high sugar content that they have. The process of fermentation is really about whether or not there is oxygen in the mix. Anaerobic fermentation tends to require a lot of heat. Aerobic fermentation doesn't necessarily require heat. It just needs sugar. And so when there's oxygen in play, you have sort of a more active or faster result of fermentation. So a ribbon blend is going to oxidize, if you will, more quickly than, say, a flake will. Flakes start out their life having been put under a bunch of pressure for a period of time, but then they're sliced. So you kind of have this starved of oxygen for a bit, and then oxygen is sort of reintroduced into the mix. With a plug, this is a longer trajectory that you're going to need for the plug to really go through the kind of fermentation that you would find more readily in a flake, say 5 years or so in an unvacuum sealed tin like we use. But with a plug, you may find that it's a longer process, but it's also going to be a different sort of result that you get. That longer term fermentation is actually going to get deeper and meatier and fuller sweetness over time than your flake will. It's just a different way to experience a blend. And so if you're a fan of plugs, I definitely would recommend trying some of these. I think they're going to be up your alley. You will need a knife. So last, we've got Watchman's Reach, which is a bright Virginia plug, and it's straight Canadian bright Virginia. It's beautiful stuff. But through the pressure, it really takes on this interesting sort of mellow, honeyed kind of tone. And then lastly, Hoodoo Ridge. Hoodoo Ridge is a Virginia Oriental Perique plug. And of the 4, I think you'll find that it is the most complex straight out the gate. I think that each of these are going to bring more and more complexity with longer aging, but they're delicious now. They're soft, they're mellow, the plugs are nice and dense. So a lot of times I find myself reaching for a plug when I'm going on a trip, and I want something that's easy to transport, that is going to hold its moisture well. Plug was originally invention specifically for allowing tobacco to take long journeys on ships and maintain its moisture and not just get dried out and acrid. But I also find myself reaching for a plug when I want a reason to use my knife, or if I'm going on a hike I may want to pack my pipe a little differently for an outdoor excursion. So plug gives you full customization when it comes to the way that it's cut. You can shave it very fine into sort of a shag, or you can slice it into a thin flake, or you can slice it a little thicker and then cross cut it and basically make a cube cut version of the blend. So there's a lot of variation at play, and so a lot of times an outdoorsy sort of situation where there might be crosswinds, I'll find that I want a little coarser cut than what normally would come into say a ribbon blend or a flake. And so being able to customize that and pack my pipe differently for the situation that I'm in is one of the key benefits of plug. Other than that, it's neat to have just another aspect of the ritual of pipe smoking that you can incorporate. And so for those of us that are pipe guys, but also knife guys, that can be a sort of a neat little thing as well. It's an inspiration to keep your knives nice and sharp. So whenever you want to have a smoke, you can shave it off exactly the way that you want. So I hope you guys check these out. I hope that you give us feedback as well on what your experiences are with these plugs. I'm really interested to see how those of you who haven't had experience with a plug like this before, what you find that it adds to your smoke. So thanks very much. We'll see you soon, guys.